Hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm very good. So my name is Rory. What's your name?
My name is David. Nice to meet you, Rory.
Nice to meet you too, David. And how are you today, buddy?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm really doing great. Yeah, so nice to meet you, Rory. Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand, but I live in the United Kingdom. What about you, David? Where are you from?
So I'm from South Korea. Have you been to South Korea?
I've not been to South Korea, but my sister used to live there and she loved it. She really, really liked living there. Awesome,
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah. She lived on, where did she live? Oh, she told me the name of this place a million times. There's an island. There's a very popular island.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. I
um,
think
Jeju Island?
exactly. Yeah, Jeju Island. Yeah, it's
Yes.
isolated. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
isolated from South Korea. Yeah, it's an island, and it's very famous with tangerine.
Okay. Yeah, she lived there for 1 year and she said it was brilliant. A very, very good place to live.
Wow, I see. Yeah, that's good to hear.
So what have you been up to? What did you do today, David?
So yes, so the situation in Corona in South Korea is not too bad. Yes, so this is I'm going to school. Yes, so
hmm
I went to school today, and I studied lots of things at school, and I also play with my brother. I have a younger brother.
hmm
Yeah, we like to watch Michael Jackson's dance and sings, and
Um,
yeah, yeah, and I also study. Like I study math and I study English.
mhm.
I had a great day. What about you? Like, what have you been
Ah,
up to?
what have I been doing? I've just been teaching on Cambly.
Oh, you
So
you
nothing.
teach on Cambly.
Yeah, just that. So nothing too crazy. So, David, what would be your favorite subject? What do you like to study the best?
So you mean in school, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So my favorite subject in school is English. I really
hmm
like English. I
Cool.
really enjoy English class because I get a chance to speak English in school,
Cool.
and yeah, English is really interesting subject. Yeah, and I also think English is very useful. So my favorite subject is English, and I also like PE
Oh,
because
fantastic.
yeah, I'm an active person, so yeah, I like to play lots of different sports like soccer, baseball, yeah, like that. Yeah,
Cool.
so PE and English is my favorite subject.
Awesome. What would
Yeah,
you say is the most difficult or challenging subject, do you think?
so my least favorite subject is social study
Ooh,
because
okay.
because I have to memorize a lot. Like when I have a test, when I have a social study test, I forgot everything. Like I can't remember. Yeah, so I hate social study. Yeah, what about you? By the way, speaking of subject, what
hmm
was your favorite subject in school?
Oh, my favorite subject in school was probably biology. I ended up
Biology.
doing say later in life, and maybe history. Maybe I'd say those are my two favorite subjects. There
Really?
were
You
so
like? Yeah.
I do. Biology and history, but I think the subject I didn't like, maybe chemistry, because chemistry was very.
Chemistry.
It was I found chemistry very hard, definitely.
Oh, so I don't know about chemistry. Can you tell me? Is it a
hmm
math chemistry?
So chemistry, I'll write it down as well. It's like the study of the elements. It's like chemicals, like the study of iron, hydrogen, helium, that sort of thing.
That
Like
sounds
how
difficult to me.
elements react. I found it difficult as well. I much preferred biology, and so I ended up studying biology later. I think it's a lot more
I
easier.
see.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. Biology. Yeah, biology is interesting, and yeah, chemistry sounds a little difficult to me.
It is a very. It's not a little difficult. It's very difficult, but it's a good. It's still an interesting subject, but it is a bit difficult. Cool. So at the moment,
Yeah.
David, you've been having online classes?
So now at the moment I'm going to school, but yeah, I used to do online because coronavirus was very terrible in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have an online class for about 3 or 4 months, and yeah, just 3 or 4 months, and yeah, then after that I'm going to school. Only
Okay.
yeah, but these days coronavirus is became terrible, getting worse. Like
Yeah.
about 1,000 people, 1,000 plus people having coronavirus every day in South.
Mm.
Yeah, so maybe after. maybe it will become online. Maybe.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of online classes, David? Do you think online classes are a good thing? They're a bad thing? What do you think about them?
So I used to like online, because I don't have to wake up early, and I can, I can just study in school. Yeah, so I feel home at here, But yeah, like but if I do online class, like I can understand, like in school I can meet teacher is explained to me, but online is pretty difficult to me. So I prefer going school, and yes,
Definitely.
I can also meet lots of different friends, and yeah, I can have a good relationship with them. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
prefer going school.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it can be hard if you don't see anyone all day and think you just see faces on a screen. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's too boring.
Interesting. Very cool. And now at the moment, David, so it's coming into the summer times.
Yeah.
So do you have any plans for the summer? Anything you'd like to do or anywhere you'd like to go? What would you like to do this summer,
Uh,
David?
yes. So you know what? Actually, 2 days later, it's a vacation. So yeah, I have a plan in vacation. Yes.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm going to. I
Mm-hmm.
bought a math book yesterday. Sixth
Mm-hmm.
grade in elementary school, but I bought a middle school math. Yeah, so I'm going to work on that because yeah,
Oh.
my math is not too bad, but not too good. So I want to be good at math. So yeah, I will work on that, and I'm going to study English more. Like, so I'm going to watch YouTube video and mimicking. You know mimicking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like following what
Mimicking.
native
Yep.
says. Yeah, so I
Yep.
will do lots of mimicking, and I try to talk with my brother in English because I think that will help me a lot. In the
Oh, cool. That's a
Yeah, so
very good plan.
yeah, and I'm going to listen to Michael Jackson's sings more because I'm a huge fan of him.
Oh, that's awesome, David. Sounds like you could have
Yeah, I
excellent.
know. I also think so too. Well, what about
Yeah.
you? Do you have plans in summer?
What am I going to do in the summer? I think I'm very busy this summer. My sister-in-law, so my wife's sister, is getting married. So
Really?
I'm very busy helping my wife help her sister plan for her wedding. Maybe at the end of summer, maybe in September, I might go on a little holiday, but
Yeah,
I'll have to wait and see how it goes. And it's also, like you said, coronavirus. If there's too much coronavirus,
yeah.
we can't do anything. Definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope coronavirus will end soon. Yeah, because of coronavirus, lots of people can't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah. By
everyone's.
the way, is it lockdown in New Zealand?
So I'm
No.
from New Zealand, but I live in England. At the
Yeah,
moment, it is like a little lockdown. But on the 19th of July, and so 5 days, they are going to stop all lockdown.
yeah. Wow.
But that might not be such a good idea. We don't know. So it could either be very bad, or it could go well. So we're just
Oh,
having
I
to
hope
wait
it
and
will
see.
go well. So yeah, you can go everywhere.
So do I. So do I, David. I hope it goes well as well. Definitely. Okay. And I was also going to ask you for David as well. So that's what you think. What if there was no coronavirus? If you could do anything this
Yeah.
summer, what would you like to do? Would you like to go anywhere or go to another country? What else would you like to do in the summer for your vacation?
So if there isn't the coronavirus in this so now, so yeah, I'm going to travel with my family. You know what?
Cool.
Yeah, so this year at January, my family planned to travel to United States, Guam, aside from Guam. Yeah,
Yep.
and yeah, we planned to travel, but because of coronavirus, it was canceled. Yeah, so if there isn't the coronavirus now, I'm going to travel with my family, and I'm going to go to swimming pool with my family. Yeah, this summer I didn't go to anywhere because of the virus. I didn't even go to swimming pool. I just stay at home. So that was too boring. So I'm going to go to swimming pool and amusement park with my family. I also really like to go to amusement park. Yeah, I like to do lots of fun things at summer. Like yeah,
Awesome.
and I also hate wearing masks. Well, so when I go to school, I always have to wear a mask, and it's too hot. So the highest temperature in my city is 38 degree, and yet in 38 degree, where if I have to wear a mask, I can't even think of it.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. I agree, definitely.
And
What about the coldest, David? What would be the coldest it gets in your city?
So I don't know about coldest, but maybe
Mm.
minus 10. I don't know. I have no idea.
Mm. No, that's quite cold. Definitely, definitely. Okay. So tell me
Yeah.
more about your city. Is your city a big city? Is it a little city? What's your city like, David?
So my city is called Daegu. Have you ever heard of Daegu?
I have actually. I have another student who lives there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Daegu is a big city.
Hmm.
About 2.5 million people live in Daegu. Yeah,
Hmm.
so it's a quite huge city, and there's a soccer stadium, baseball stadium. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there is yeah. So Daegu is a big city. Not many cities have soccer stadium and baseball stadium. Yeah, I know it's an interesting city.
Cool, cool. So what would be your favorite thing about your city? What do you like best about it, David?
So my city is surrounded by mountain. So
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I like to do hiking.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So I used to do lots of hiking. Before the virus. Yeah, and yeah, there are lots of plants and trees, so the air is always fresh. Yeah, that's the good thing about my city. Yeah. By the way, yeah. Speaking of city, I also want to know about your city.
Hmm.
So yeah, what's your city in New Zealand?
Okay. So in New Zealand, I'm from a city called Wellington. So I'll write it down.
Oh, Wellington.
Wellington. And Wellington, that is found. So New Zealand is made of two islands, a big one, well, two big islands, and I'm from
Yeah.
the bottom of the North Island. And it's a bit like, I guess, like your city. It's sort of like it's like a big harbor surrounded by lots of hills.
Wow.
But because of there's not much flat ground, the city itself is very small and narrow because there's not a lot of space. So
Uh,
it's very easy to get around the city. So you can walk from one end of the city to the other in maybe 30, 40 minutes. So it's not very,
well,
very
30
big.
40 minutes. Then you can go
Yeah.
to another place. Wow.
So that's in the central city. So if you go like other areas outside the city, it takes longer. But walking around the central city is very, very fast. Definitely, definitely.
Oh, I see. That sounds pretty cool.
It's quite convenient. It's very easy to get around. But yeah, it's a nice thing. I guess the only other thing to mention, it's very windy. So it's a very, very windy city. And
Yeah.
because it's in the southern hemisphere, it's the weather is the opposite to Korea. So at the moment in New Zealand, it is very cold because it's winter. But when
Oh,
it's Christmas time, for example, in New Zealand, it's Christmas is in summer, which is very, very cool.
really?
Yeah,
Oh my God. Wow.
yeah.
That's
So
a really interesting news. And yeah, I
mm,
really like windy weather. And you told me you in New Zealand now it's windy weather, right?
yeah, in Wellington, it's always windy. It's the windiest city on earth. It's always, always windy.
Oh wow, that's so good. That's so
Mm-hmm.
cool. Like I always want windy weather. Like I really hate. So sometimes there's a good thing about summer. Like I can go to a swimming pool with my friends. I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoy playing in water. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
but I really hate summer. Like yes, because summer is too hot. Like I always sweat, and that feels uncomfortable.
Yeah,
And
yeah, definitely.
yeah, and so I like windy weather in New Zealand.
Oh,
Like
cool.
what you said.
Oh, I hope you can get there and try it one day, David. It'd be very, very
Yeah,
cool.
I really want to visit New Zealand one day. Yeah, New
Oh, cool.
Zealand sounds like very interesting place. You said, yeah, you told me 30 or 40 minutes you can go to another city, right? Another town?
Another place in your city. So only a place in my city. New Zealand
Oh,
itself is it's bigger than the United Kingdom, but it's very, very empty. So there's lots of New Zealand where there's no one has lived there and no one has ever lived there. It's just empty. It's just forest and animals and trees. So lots of New Zealand is very, very empty.
oh, I see. Yeah, but it's interesting, like lots of trees and animal. I
Mm-hmm.
actually so I like animal. I'm an animal lover. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to have a dog, and my neighbors doesn't have dogs. So yeah, I really like playing dogs, but I can play because of my neighbors hasn't got dog. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe if I go to New Zealand, I can meet lots of pets like dogs and cats. I really
Oh,
like that.
very, very common in New Zealand. Very, very thing.